All right, tip number 1, stop just grabbing the ball when you don't have map control and you don't have slays. What I mean by this is it is perfectly fine to let the oddball sit where it spawns or even sit in front of you while you take out the oncoming wave of attackers. Most of you guys, I can assume, are below Diamond 5, and so that means most matches you will have uncoordinated pushes by your opponents, will have an easy time causing their spawn timers to stay that way. And a little bit of explanation here, if you guys are just grabbing the ball and running around when you don't have your teammates ready to fight, you're going to get picked off 1v2 or 1v1 while you're holding the ball because you can't fight back. So first things first, get the kills, then pick up the ball. My go-to idea here is 2 kills, you can pick it up. If you don't have 2 kills, don't pick up the ball unless you have a perfect setup. Tip number 2, don't just go to the hot spot on the map. Rotations can win the game, but can also lose the game, so be wary about this. Every game that is played on Livefire, you will see 2 main spots to hold the oddball, one being tower and the other being B stronghold. These positions are very strong due to the ability to play the ball by throwing it out or jumping off the map or, nading it out, whatever you want to do to reset the ball to the original position. However, these spots might seem godlike. They just come with a con that you may overlook whenever you're doing this. The biggest con is not being able to control overshield or active camo. And while this isn't a major issue, the top ranks, you want every single advantage you can get. This means being able to grab those power-ups, grab the power weapons, and consistently deal out damage to force uneven spawn timings. And I mentioned that in tip 1. Telling you guys, the spawn timings are huge. If you can instantly have somebody spawning 7 seconds later than the rest of their team, much better than if they're all spawning at the same time. My biggest tip for using these rotations around the map are when you go down 1 or 2 players and you have an empty lane to move through, you can just pick up the ball and run throughout the map. You do not have to stay stationary. You can play the ball, you can run it. This tip is all about just using the map to the best of your ability. You don't want to just use tower. You don't want to just use B stronghold. You want to constantly move the ball around the map. And you can do that in many ways. And we'll probably get into those in another video in terms of fast rotations and how to rotate as a team. Those will come more with full on team gameplay. However, as a solo, if you notice you've got 1 or 2 down and you have an empty lane to move through, feel free to move onto that side. Just make sure whenever you see your player spawning up, move towards them, don't move away from them. That is the biggest complaint that I have in Oddball. Now, I will say, this does work best on a map not like Livefire, but I've personally won matches by never touching tower and only moving as a team around the map with the ball. Tip number 3, know when to reset the ball and know when to just drop the ball at your feet and slay. Now, this is very hard to understand. I do have a personal rule. Like I said, if there's 2 down, we can pick up the ball. If there's not 2 down, then I want to be slaying. And now to know when to reset and know when to just drop the ball is kind of the same way, right? If I have all 4 teammates up, I can hold the ball. If we only have 3 teammates up, so that means one of the other guys died, I need to drop the ball at my feet and slay. If we can pick up an even kill, I can pick up the ball again. Or if we can pick up 2, I can pick up the ball again. However, I'm never picking up the ball if we are in a 4v4. We do not want a 3v4 ever. If you are literally just sitting there, you're hurting your team more than you're helping them, I promise you. It is a simple numbers game. All right, tip number 4. Please don't push solo when the other team has a setup. Each time that you die, you lose roughly 15 to 25 seconds, depending on the map, and you're just allowing the other team to deal with the rest of your team in an advantageous situation. Controlling the map is the biggest thing in Halo Infinite, and if you're giving away this control for free, you're the reason you're not ranking up, no one else. I do have one final tip for you guys, but I want to take a second to plug some upcoming things happening on the channel. I will continue to put out all these Halo guides for game modes and map positioning. However, I will also be adding in some high-level coaching / gameplay review. And if you want to have your gameplay reviewed, go ahead and join the Discord in the top link of the description. I will be having a channel in there that's going to be like a request review or something like that. You guys can post your gameplay there, preferably upload it to YouTube first so that I can easily trim through it, skim through it. However, you can post it there. I will upload a couple of those. Not every single gameplay that is submitted will be uploaded. However, I would really like to break down some of your all's gameplay because I think you can learn a lot from yourself and you just don't see it yet. So if you will, join the Discord, post the link, and I will gladly do some reviews for you guys. And those will be probably like a once or twice a month kind of thing. It won't take over the whole entire channel, but I will also be offering coaching later on down the road. All right, for the final tip. This one might be the most obvious, but probably the least used, so please listen up. You should kill the ball carrier first. I know it's super simple, but if you have the ability to kill the ball carrier and make them stop scoring, you have a much easier chance to then delay and wait for your team to come to you without feeling that sense of urgency because they are scoring. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I will go over the rest of the game modes in some upcoming videos, and I do have some more aiming tips for you guys that will come alongside of those. But please, in the meantime, check out my Twitch if you haven't already, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out.